Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at Persona 4 Golden for the PC. The game is the enhanced edition of the original PlayStation 2 release and features new characters, dungeons, events and more. The game was developed by Atlus and published by Sega and was released in 2020 on Steam. It's been an exceptionally long time since this game first released on the VITA system. And with all that waiting, it begs a question. Were all those years waiting finally worth it? Let's find out more in the review. If you're new to the series and this game in particular, and have never played the original Persona 4, then the short version of this game's story is that you play as Izanami-no-Okami, who transfers from the big city to a small rural town to live with his uncle for 1 year. During your time there, various scandals and murders keep happening, and it's up to you and your friends to gain the ability to use personas, and then with those new abilities, you're going to enter into the mysterious shadow world, where you try and stop events from happening that will lead to people dying. Can you uncover the truth of what's going on and discover who the serial killer is? Well, all that depends on you. With Persona 4 characters, I have said this before in my original Persona 4 review, and I will say it again in this one. With this game, you're getting some of the very best character introduction, growth, and development that I've seen in over 30 plus years of gaming. These characters make you believe in them, and you come to understand each one of their individual personalities, quirks, and hang-ups, and at the end, you become so invested in them that you will genuinely feel like you care about them, and in the end, when it is time to say goodbye, it really will hurt in the feels department. The gameplay aspect of Persona 4 pretty much remains the same as the original, only that with Golden, everything's been beefed up and improved upon in some way. Combat, for example, still follows the same flow that the original game did, but with Golden, we're given many more new features. These include brand new team attacks, rebalancing of abilities, much harder bosses, new dungeons, new scenes, new characters, new special moves, online help assistance, and a whole bucket load more. So, as you can guess, it's not just your standard copy and paste of the original game, but instead it is a completely new beefed up experience with many new things for you to experience and explore, especially if it is your first time. The graphics I feel have aged well for their time, yet I do know some people who will look at them and complain and say they look dated or that they look like PlayStation 2 era graphics. And well, that's because they are. Remember, this game first appeared on the PS2 system, and when it was ported to the Vita, it didn't really get that much of a graphical improvement. It still was the same game, just with more features, but graphics wise, pretty much they were identical. I personally feel that the game's graphics still hold well in today's era, and that they do an amazing job of creating the world around you. However, as amazing as this game's and cast and adventure is, the graphics may look a little old school to some new gamers out there joining us for the very first time. The game's locations are a mixture of real world environments and shadow world environments. When out exploring in the real world, you're going to be going all across the small town of Inaba, and in that small rural town, there's not really much to do there, since it is meant to be based on a small rural town out in the middle of nowhere. You have the small shopping district which you can visit, the much bigger Junes Mall, and then smaller other locations such as the riverbank shrines and a few other places. In the shadow world, you're going to be exploring different random style dungeons, fighting off monsters, collecting personas, leveling up, and fighting bosses. All this while carrying out the game's main story. All the dungeons themselves are different from each other, but they do essentially follow the same basic principle of going from the first floor to the next, defeating monsters in that area, and then advancing till the end boss, which you'll defeat and then advance the story. So, should you buy Persona 4 Golden for the PC? Honestly, I never thought that I would be able to even say those words. The very idea of having the ability to simply own this fantastic game on the PC literally blows my mind away. If you had said to me 4 or 5 months ago that Persona 4 Golden was coming to the PC, then I wouldn't have believed you in a million years. I'm still in shock that Atlus and Sega really did release this on the PC. I thought that this was going to be a Vita exclusive till the end of time, and that Sony would never release its grip on Atlus. Yet here we are in 2020, and it's happened, and Persona 4 Golden is here. So, should you buy this amazing game with a great cast of characters, incredible soundtrack, highly enjoyable combat system, and an epic story that will stay with you for the rest of your life? I really think that this is an obvious answer. Well, that's it for this for you guys. Thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and please subscribe.